Hello, farmers. Brever here, back with another episode of Goldcrest Valley by Stiffi. Guys, I'm back with a night's sleep, and it's before work, and I thought we'd come out here and take care of the animals. It's 10 o'clock in the game, but anyway, you see we got a bunch more sheep. Doesn't look like, do we have 20? I see 5 over there. Nah, so it looks like there's probably some limit on the graphics, but anyway, we'll see what happens over the next days in the game. Hopefully we get to breeding some. I don't think we've bred one cow yet or one sheep. So let's get the mess cleaned up and then go ahead and get them fed. I brought the, don't need too much equipment, I don't think. This isn't going to be that big a project, but brought the stuff down I thought we might need. And you can do this with the forage wagon. Oops. That's what happens when you turn off your vehicle collisions. We don't need to be that zoomed out anyway, do we? And we'll go get the pigs real quick. So I think the first thing we might do is just get them some water. And I think if you make a map, you really should careful to make these areas right here flat for people, because otherwise these aren't the flattest and it catches on things. And might be able to go use our smooth tool in there and fix it. I'm not sure what I'm catching on, but I would assume it's just the ground, but I don't really know how it works that well to tell you. Here we run the little guy around somehow. This JCB is like in the red on stuff. I'm not sure what that means. Does it mean we need maintenance done? Or is it just that I've been using it so much? There we go. So we'll get some water because that's easy. And we don't have any in here. I know there's the water thing there. It's kind of a run to go get water from the lake, but it looks like we could do it if kind of, I'll call it straight ahead, like over by 16 there. So let's just go take a quick look. Sure if this is the best way to go, but yeah, it probably is. See on the other side of 24 to the east. And then the next question is that even worth it? And how much they charge for water if you get it from that spigot. Let's put this in so we don't go any deeper than we have to. There we go. So this should be free water, which is always good water. one day we're definitely going to want a bigger tanker, aren't we? Oh, that wasn't too bad. So now, I guess we can distribute grass to the ones that need grass. It should just be the... I'm sure it's just the pigs and... I mean the cows and the sheep. We'll take a look real quick. Notice, by the way, we're hardly using any of the straw for some reason. I'll show you what I mean in a second. Alright, go slow. Alright, let's leave that guy there. Let's hop out of here and get into this guy. We could just try, see how it goes with bucket full. Let's see if we can get an idea how much we need before we... I don't think it's going to be that much. Like, yeah, see, 2,000 is... This bucket should hold like quite a bit, like 3,000 or something. So that's going to be, what, 1,000. And this one may need 2 buckets, but that's probably easier than going and getting the forage wagon and conveyor. I got to get it in the bucket anyway, so let's just give this a try. So this was the idea with putting this stuff down here. Kind of missed, didn't I? Oh, we got... How did we get... I think that's straw, right? How did we get straw in here? Okay. Let's, I was hoping to get just that spot I did. This is the first time, really, like, that I'm using these piles. Quite like this. I think it is, anyway. It's quite a while ago that I actually... Okay, there we go. Heck, that's right, this bucket holds plenty. You notice that lag spike? That's actually, I think, the save game clicking off. The auto save. Which I definitely recommend, especially if you, I don't know, it saves me more than it doesn't. I don't like that it's only 5 minutes, because then you get that, so I go in there and mod it to be. Alright, so let's make sure. Yep, grass all the way up. Oh no, look, we do need straw. It's hay that's not going down. Silage / hay. So I guess that's fine. So let's go drop whatever's left in here. Hopefully that's enough. And as a matter of fact, even if it's not, I think I'm just going to give them that, because I drive by here all the time with grass. Oh, look at that, a flying sheep. Well, he was really happy about getting that grass, wasn't he? Yeah, I mean, that's plenty of grass for now, and, you know, every day I'm going to be cutting that grass field. I just got to remember to swing by with some grass once in a while. And so now the pigs need straw, and the cows need some straw. So we'll go get some straw for them, but the pigs should be in pretty good shape. We haven't gotten a calculation on our new time for reproduction, but they should be down greatly. Straw should just go right here. And since we're so close, we might as well just fill it back up real quick, huh? Make sure we have enough before we get over to the pigs. So I don't know if we would. An interesting way to do it, but it worked. Oh, piggies. Where's your straw go? Straw goes around the back, doesn't it? Let's try around the back. And you can turn off those yellow bars. They don't bother me, but if you feel they're not realistic, probably should turn them off periodically, you know? I guess I just put it here-ish, huh? Yep. And would we have had enough? We used 1,700 and we'd only had 1,500 in there, so probably not have had enough. So sheep don't get straw, though. What do we need now before we even drop the straw off? So we need corn, wheat, and potatoes, sugar beets, canola, a little bit. Then we need power food. So let's leave this guy right here for now. Put his bucket down. We'll hop in this guy. And we can get this guy hooked up. Let's get the power food. We have some power food in here, TMR, as it used to be known. We might have enough without having to mix anymore. Let's go see. So 10,000. So we're going to need another load full, so to speak. Did I hit that? I thought I might clear. So let's mix up a little more power food. Which is like a half a bucket of straw. A bucket of grass and a bucket of silage. Carefully. Yeah. Let's just get that down to about a half. A little more. It's not going to matter that much, but it's not like it's that expensive, and it's not like we don't get a ton of it if we want. We haven't been doing much wheat or barley, but as soon as we do, we can get a boatload of that stuff. Used a fair amount of our little grass pile, didn't we? So our lesson learned was don't put your grass pile so close to the silage in case you use the conveyors, because conveyor is quite a magical device of sucking things up from everywhere in the vicinity. There we go. And a little bit of silage. Let's put the bucket down. Flip this thing over. Speaking of which, made me think, I should probably just try to start pulling these from the back of the piles. Let's hop in here and see. Oops, let's turn the mixer on. I'm not sure that we need to turn the mixer on, but we're only 70% full, but should be enough, I think. All right, very good. So what are we missing now? So we just have the corn, barley, and potatoes. For us means sugar beets. Now I'm not sure if barley, let's turn that thing off, huh? Not sure if barley or wheat is cheaper. I guess it's probably just a matter of which one's got the higher price at the moment. Okay, so now we need to go find that crop wagon. Tipper. Oh, that's right, we left it right down here for this reason. Alright, so let's take a quick look. Is there any logic to using one or the other? Oops. Yeah, we have more barley, but it's not like I don't think we're going to run out of either. They're both on the way up. Barley prices seem a little higher for the moment, so let's just give them some wheat. It's not going to be that much wheat anyway, so. Matter of fact, I'm sure that's enough. Let's go with it. If I paid, so say if I tried hard enough, I could probably just back right up there. Huh? I'm gonna hit. I got wheat in this, or straw in this thing too. Very good. I guess the best thing to do would have been to go at it in a circle, huh? Rather than that goofy ass backup job that I just did. Alright, so let's get why not give him some canola? It's going to be plenty. So U is tip backside, I is unload. I was wondering about that because when the course plate did the drop off and tilt to the left or the right, I think it was the right, it doesn't matter. I didn't even know this thing could tilt that way, but. Alright, and I think corn is the last thing. Or no, sugar beets. Let's do. Should be plenty, I think. Yeah, that's something else we have to get going on this farm, huh? We should start getting the money soon. So the question is, how do I fit that into my priorities? Yeah, that was definitely enough. As far as my priorities go, you know, I want to ramp up. What? I'm pretty sure I dropped them off in there before. Or didn't I? Where do I put sugar beets? If not there. Uh-oh. And that's a hay barn there. And that's just a little building. I'm almost positive I dropped the sugar beets off in here. Now I did it in a different map, so like a different version of this map. Let's see. That's a hayloft. Vehicle shelter. Decorative object. No, no, I don't want to buy that. I didn't want to buy it. Can't I just look at it? Double click did the same thing. Oh yeah, I got placeable signs. Which, I don't know if that's... Yeah, where the heck do we put the sugar beets? Let's see if there's any kind of hint on the map. Which we just passed. So we're here. That's not even marked on there. I mean, you see we have the sugar beets in the thing, and I don't remember anything special about dropping these off. All right, well, let me pause the video and see if, see if I can't figure out where to put the sugar. It didn't make a lot of sense to me that they went in there that first time, but I got to have a place to drop these things off. So rather than wandering around looking, I'm going to Google it and just see, where I put them. All right, I'll be back hopefully shortly. Okay, guys. Not sure what happened there. Maybe it was an update or something, but I can go back and look at a video, I'm pretty sure, and see that that's... I mean, I got them in the farm somehow, but somebody suggested we could store them down here by the railroad, which is fine with me. Let's see if that's true, and if that's not true, we can palletize them. However, I don't have a lot of money to palletize to buy anything. This 17,000 is sort of my reserve for planting, especially if all these fields go ripe at the same time. And a little curious how I handle all that with the need to fertilize. At least with the way I'm doing it, I'm getting it up to the second stage. So that's the one thing I don't want to sit there because I'm using that growth manager and lose a whole bunch of crop potential. So let's just see if this... Yep. Oh, check that out. It goes out different. And does that add it to our... Yeah, so is there some way to tell how much of stuff you have in here? Or, well, I guess you would hit R, huh? Go on the train and hit R. Now we could get stuff back out this way, right? Yeah, so that's a bit annoying, isn't it? Yeah, there's sugar beet, so that's the only thing. Okay, well, we have to remember that. I'm not going to bring the rest of them down here, but that's fine. Yeah, field 11's on the other side. Might as well be on halfway around the world, but certainly makes 14 a good candidate for sugar beets and potatoes. Huh? Though as time goes on, we'll get bigger equipment. It won't matter quite so much. But yeah, take this field for example. If this field lurches ahead at midnight, till it's finally grown, the question is, there's no point in fertilizing it, I don't think, after the harvest. I assume that you had to have fertilized it the time before. But that may not be true. That might be a good test for us. Can you fertilize immediately before you harvest, and then, or does it have to go through a growth stage, sort of like soil mod force things to do? There we go. I think we got the animals all taken care of, right? Let's go look. Or do we need corn? We need corn. Okay. Well, we can handle that. And then we got the animals all taken care of. A little bit of grass, like I said, on these sheep. But we'll get that when we cut the grass. We'll just remember to drive by once in a while and give them some extra. There we go. And we got our calculations looking. Yeah, now we got it down to 4 days here per animal and 5 days here. Not even that. 2 days here and 1.5 days, 2.5 days here. So something like that. Very good. Well, I'm happy. We ramped up our animals and we'll see what happens. We spent all our money. So I think the next thing to do will be, start buying equipment to ramp up the farming a little bit, if nothing else. And I think the first thing I'm going to do is get a bigger plow. I'd like a bigger harvester, but bigger plow, I don't know. It takes an awful long time to. Oops, there it was. It takes an awful long time to plow that big field. And if we're going to buy another big field eventually, then I'm going to definitely want a big plow. Well, with no money and an experiment of sorts going on with the with the growth manager mod, I think I'm going to fast forward time because I don't know that there's that much more I would do until I have a few more bucks. So let's clean that guy out. So I'll park up the equipment that I just used and get ready for harvesting and come back in the morning, and I'll let you know how this whole growth manager ended up working out. So I hope you guys have a good day. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.